with the way that it looks like Microsoft is about to pass their deal with Activision this week, and it could be as early as Friday, in fact, and that is extremely good news. Now, a lot of people, obviously myself included, wondering when we're going to see some of these games actually make their way to Xbox Game Pass, because clearly that is going to be a pretty big deal, and we all want to see Microsoft continue to do some incredible things in the future. Like, that is one of the things that I think is really driving this situation. And honestly, I hope that we see people continue to kind of push this, because we want to see, myself included, I want to see Microsoft be able to be successful, and I want to see Xbox be around for a long time, and the console space, so I think we all need to understand that it really matters to have that competition. And I don't want Sony to go anywhere, honestly. I don't want Microsoft to go anywhere. Nintendo, I think they all offer interesting things, and so I hope that we continue to keep those things of interest, and that's the thing to me that really pushes this whole narrative that Xbox is evil and Sony is good or whatever. Like, I think that's all nonsense, and now we have a bit of an idea of when to expect it. And I think this is going to be part of the big change that really happens, and Microsoft really kind of overtakes what Sony is doing. I'm not saying they're going to outsell the plastic, but I'm saying really just overtakes Sony in general. Activision Blizzard says it expects to start adding its games to Game Pass in 2024. After almost 2 years after the deal was first announced, Microsoft reportedly expects to close its $69 billion acquisition of Call of Duty and World of Warcraft publisher this upcoming week. While Microsoft has said it has plans to offer as many Activision Blizzard games as they can within the Xbox Game Pass that they have, both new titles and games from Activision Blizzard's incredible catalog, this won't happen straight away. Activision Blizzard addressed the timeline for bringing its titles to Game Pass in a statement released on Monday, and I quote, "As we continue to work towards regulatory approval of the Microsoft deal, we've been getting some questions whether our upcoming and recently launched games will be available via Game Pass. While we do not have plans to put Modern Warfare 3 or Diablo 4 into Game Pass this year, once the deal closes, we expect to start working with Xbox to bring our titles to more players around the world, and we anticipate that we will begin adding games into Game Pass sometimes in the course of the next year." Now, set for release on November 10th, 2023, Modern Warfare 3 is a direct sequel to last year's Modern Warfare 2. Development is, of course, being led by Sledgehammer Games in collaboration with Infinity Ward, while Treyarch is in charge of its Zombies mode. Now, Diablo 4 was released in June on Xbox and PlayStation, and it's Blizzard's fastest-selling title to date, attracting over 10 million players during its launch month, according to its publisher. Now, I own Diablo 4. I think it's a good game. It kind of ran its course with me. I thought it kind of did what it did, but I think that it's very important to get games like this, which obviously have a long shelf life, and make sure that they continue to do well and find new players. And I think Game Pass would be a good way to do that. Obviously, the game did extremely well on Xbox and obviously as well on PlayStation, but you want the future to kind of do that. Obviously, the future of Call of Duty as well, you're going to see plenty of people just playing Call of Duty and having a good time with that stuff, and I think that is a very important aspect that a lot of people kind of forget when it comes down to this stuff, so let's give everybody a little bit of a break with this stuff. I think that it's interesting that they kind of come out and announce this. They must truly be getting ready for all of this stuff to happen the way that it should, and obviously more content on top of more content is always welcome. As an Xbox fan, you'll never hear anyone complain about, oh well, maybe you will hear them complain, but they really shouldn't complain that, hey, we've got too much to play. Like, it's a real problem for me, like there's so many games and things like that, but I also think that obviously where it comes down to it, Microsoft has done a really good job of facilitating their players and things like that with plenty to play. So adding Diablo and the latest Call of Duty and probably all the other Call of Duties, that's something that I'm really excited for, right? So yeah, I'm excited for Modern Warfare 3. I have no problem buying it, but and I own all the other ones. That's a fun fact. I own every single Call of Duty ever made. And the thing is, I like those games so much, but some of the older ones just are so nostalgic for me and so great. And so once those go into Game Pass, you can imagine like the amount of people that are just going to be on them is going to be crazy. And that is truly the exciting part for me personally, kind of going forward, you know. And I think, you know, Microsoft is going to bring those all back to everybody that's just excited for that, you know. And that to me is just a tremendous thing, and I can't wait to see that happen, because, you know, let's just be real, Microsoft has a ton of games, and when you think about it and you go, okay, well, what games does Microsoft have now? It's like, think about the games that can come to Game Pass. I don't know how they would pull this off, but like, you know, the Tony Hawk games, maybe Rock Band games, I don't know, you know, the Blizzard games, obviously, you know, Crash Bandicoot, all those games, Spyros, all those games. Hopefully they can get the licenses back for some of the other stuff that they've lost, like some of those Transformers games or whatever that were really well done. So many games that they can put in there. Obviously they have all the Bethesda stuff as well, which is just phenomenal, and you know, I love seeing all that stuff on Game Pass. And listen, I don't think Game Pass would hamper people per se from buying games. I think it really kind of comes down to what people want to kind of play. And you know, for me personally, I always want to play as many games as I can, but I have to keep it real. You know, it's one of those things where I love playing games and I love seeing, you know, the new latest and greatest thing, but also like I think it's super important for Microsoft to be able to offer like a wide variety of games, because something I realized only within the last few years is that not every game is for me, you know, and not every game has to be for me, and I think that's just fine. You know, obviously gamers are going to be different and like different things, and so that's kind of the spice of life. You know, there's always going to be games, some that like me and some that I like, not that like me, but and obviously, you know, ones that that realistically I probably don't like. So it is kind of, it is what it is, you know. You know, anyway, I hope you guys you know, check out the video, and if you enjoy the content, please leave a like on it. I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews. You know, still trying, kick it in there, hanging around. Sometimes it can be a little bit frustrating. You know, I wish that things could go a little bit better for me on these things, but doesn't seem like it's going to be the case. But I'm going to keep plugging away. You know, I think it really kind of comes down to hopefully the fans can come out and support the channel and, you know, like the videos and stuff like that. So that would be nice if you guys could do that. So anyway, thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up. As always, Crap Gamer 'em up. I hope you guys all have a fantastic day. And like I said, remember to subscribe if you haven't already, like the videos, all that kind of good stuff. It means a lot, and it actually does help out the channel, whether you believe it or not. It actually does. So have a great one. Peace.